morning. This is a bit of an odd one for me. I've literally just woken up about half an hour ago and gone downstairs, got myself a cup of tea, opened up Instagram, and I've got loads more questions. So yesterday I asked for some general Q&A questions. Sorry, the window is open because it is boiling in the UK right now. So if it's a bit noisy, I apologise. You'll get over it, I'm sure. But yeah, I asked for some questions for a little bit of an old school Q&A, and I filmed some yesterday. I was filming for about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna already have to split the first one into two. Woke up this morning and there's the same amount of questions again. So I'm probably gonna do another couple of videos on it and just do like a giant Q&A. Is that okay? Well, I don't know, we'll see. However, I am struggling with time at the moment. Again, typically with this job, everything comes at once or nothing at all. And I've had like a really quiet week last week, and then this week, everything is happening. And next week I'm going on a little trip, a little press trip. So my aim is, these might not be the best edited videos in the world, but my aim is to get them filmed now while I'm having my morning cup of tea. And then like whack them all together. And then I can schedule them to go live while I'm away next week. But these are the flipping questions. I've got 4 pages full like that again. So I'm just gonna jump in. If it's like a little bit skew with the editing, splitting this into 1 or 2 videos, just bear with me, all right? Okay, let's see if I can go back to the beginning. And yes, my phone case does have boobs on. It's from Love Cases, love it. I need to wash my hair today, it is disgusting. All right, I'm gonna do it after I finish washing this, don't judge me. Okay, first question. Favourite part about being married? And anything you miss about being single? I don't know. I honestly didn't think that life would be different after we got married, because we've been living like we're married for the whole time. Like, we moved in together after 4 months because Chris is the place where Chris was living. His friends were moving back up to Scotland because he was living with them, and he didn't have a place to live. He was always at my flat, so we were just like, sod it. Let's give it a go. If it doesn't work, you can move out, it's not a problem. So we've been living together since like 4 months into the relationship, and yeah, it's kind of, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, and we knew it would be. However, you get like this, it's really hard to explain, you get like this sort of little, oh, we're married now kind of feeling that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it's given me like a huge confidence, which is really daft because, like I said, nothing has changed. But I don't know, it feels really nice to be able to say I'm a wife and this is my husband, even though I still feel like an imposter saying, oh, here's my husband. I'm like, I'm not old enough to have a husband. I am, I've 34 kids. But you know how you just don't feel adult enough? And it just feels a bit weird. But then again, boyfriend feels weird as well, so yeah. So yeah, there's like this weird kind of indescribable sort of confidence boost for me, which I didn't expect. Because I don't see marriage as the be all and end all, if I'm completely honest. Like, if you are together forever and not married, to me, that's totally normal, that's totally fine. I don't see marriage as the end goal. It was just something that we wanted to do. So that's why I'm surprised that I get like this boost from it, do you know what I mean? And that makes it sound like I didn't want to get married. It's really hard to explain. You know, it's really difficult to explain. It was a great day, a great party, and I love being married. Anything I miss about being single? Not really, because Chris goes away, when Chris goes away from work, I get the house to myself, and that's what I loved about being single, was having the house to myself, even though I didn't do anything particularly exciting. And when he is here, we live together so well, so I don't feel like I'm trapped when he's here, or I have to do things when he's here. There's just a certain kind of freedom when you're in the house on your own, and not that I can't do whatever I want when he's here, but it's just there's something about being on your own, isn't there? Maybe it's an only child thing. I just really love it sometimes. So I loved that when I was single, but because when Chris goes away from work, I get that feeling anyway, so best of both worlds, really. This is why I'm gonna have to split this into a bazillion videos, because that was one question. Oh my God, I'm so chatty, even in the morning. Why? Okay, listen, are you planning any holidays for the rest of the year? Haven't got any personal holidays planned, but I do have a press trip next week I think I can say, to Turkey. Yeah, because this will be out while I'm there. We're going to Turkey. It's a private press trip for me and Chris. It's the first one since COVID, and I'm very excited. Also really nervous because I haven't done one for like 2 years. So yeah, really excited. Are you happy with the decor of your house, or would you change or do something different? Totally happy. I'm trying to think now. No, I don't think so. Like my office, I love the whole dark blue walls and gold. I know it's probably a bit basic. However, I love how white our house is because it makes it so bright and light all the time, which really helps me when things are light, especially in the winter months. So I didn't want to do that in any of the rooms because it would darken everything. However, my office, I'm only in there to work, and most of the time I have the blinds closed because I'm either streaming or editing on my PC, and I need to be able to see my monitor, so it wouldn't matter if it was that dark. So maybe if I had like the spare money, I would just sort of do a makeover on the office, but overall I'm not really that fussed about it, and I love our house. I love the decor. I must admit, I do get quite a few moments of gratitude with the house. I know that sounds really twee, and I've never really had that before. Oh no, I did sometimes in my old manky little flat. And I was just like, I've come so far. Look at me in my manky little flat. Yay me. But I have those moments with this house, and I just often sit there and I'm just like, yeah, flipping love this house. I can't believe it's ours. And no, I'm really pleased with it. I love it. So I thought I got a little bit sad when we finished decorating it, because I was like, oh, we've done it all already, because I was on it. But I'm glad, because once you've moved into a place, it's very difficult to find the motivation to actually do things, isn't it? So I'm glad that we did the majority of it before we moved in. Abby says, hello, any plans to do more with your life coaching or counselling? Abby, that's a really interesting question. I think in my Q&A yesterday, people asked if I wasn't doing influencing, what would I be doing? And I think I said vet or nail tech, but yes, counsellor. I think I would be a really great counsellor. I think I would also need counselling myself because I do take on people's energy, and I know that sounds really woo, and I'm not a very woo person, but I can't explain it, it happens, all right? I definitely do take on people's stuff, so I think I would need to be very careful about that. But yeah, I think one day I would love to be a counsellor, so we'll see. If this whole internet thing goes tits up, that could be an avenue that I go down, because I think I would really, really like it. We've got a couple of people saying, how are you doing in general? How are you? Which is lovely. And then somebody said, how are you really doing? And I hate that question. I hate it because for me, that suggests that I'm like not telling the truth. Like, how are you doing really? Like, I know you've been lying to us, so how are you really feeling? I'm great. I'm great, not every day. I think I'd be worried if I was perfectly happy every single day. I feel like that's the start of a horror film, if somebody is constantly happy all the time. But I'm feeling amazing. I'm in the best place I've ever been. I'm flipping loving our life. Definitely have days where I've got low motivation, and I probably should go outside a bit more and do some, maybe like we said yesterday, maybe go to the gym a bit more. But overall, I can't explain it. I'm in like this. I'm the most secure in myself I've ever been. And I just feel so comfortable, but not in a bored way, you know, because often I think the word comfortable has like negative connotations, like you've gotten too comfortable. I don't mean it in that way. I just mean I feel so at home in myself and in my life right now. You know, when you just feel like everything and everybody are where they should be. Does that make sense? I'm feeling really good. Do I still have days where I feel like I've got no flipping clue what I'm doing? Yes. Do I still have days where I'm like, how the hell did I get here? Yes. Do I still have days where I feel like a miserable bitch? Yes. But overall, flipping love it. Flipping love life at the moment, and I feel very lucky. Like I said, I definitely have a lot of those grateful moments of I can't believe all of this is mine, all of this is mine. That little furry puppy over there, overheating, is mine. It's like sat in front of the Dyson fan like, yeah, I feel really, really grateful. And I'm just excited for the future, you know? I'm excited for the future. The only thing I can think of when people ask that question, when they're like, oh, how are you doing really? Is maybe that is a way for them to ask how we're feeling after the miscarriage, but they don't want to outright ask, and that's totally understandable, that's totally fine. Yeah, I feel like a couple of people have kind of hinted at that but haven't wanted to say, which is great. I feel like we're learning in regards to boundaries. But I'm happy to talk about it. I actually did a little video. Haven't edited it, obviously. I just sat down and talked like this, and it was really helpful for me at the time to kind of get it all off my chest, and it was like a little therapy session with myself, to be honest, and talk about it. But for those of you who don't follow on Instagram, or the algorithm didn't show you that quite important post, thank you algorithm, Chris and I had a miscarriage a couple of months ago, and it was really difficult. Yeah, it was really difficult, but overall I think that we managed to take quite a lot of positivity from the situation. Obviously it was shit and it was really hard, but the two things we managed to really take away from it, which I think I'm really proud of us for being able to do that. So like we had our downtime and we processed it, and it makes me a little bit sad when I think about it, but overall I think we've managed to process together and we've done really well with that. We came away with two things. One, we now know that we can create an embryo, which was one of my fears. Who knows, we might not be able to create one again, but we did it. It wasn't totally right, but we did it. So that gave me hope, and that's given us hope that we might be able to do it again. And two, I know that my body, I can trust my body. She knows what she's doing, you know. We obviously made a little embryo. It wasn't quite right. A lot of miscarriages at that stage don't go ahead because of chromosomal abnormalities, so obviously something got a little bit mixed up along the way, and my body recognised it wasn't right, and she did what she needed to do. And I'm really in awe of her for that. I'm really proud about that. So yeah, I feel like we've been able to take some positives away from the situation, and we will just see what happens. But yeah, anybody else who's going through that out there right now, giant virtual hug from me, because it's really flipping hard. And sometimes knowing that it happens to 1 in 4 couples, I think, is it 1 in 8 experience miscarriage, 1 in 4 fertility or infertility, or the other way around? I'm so sorry, my brain is not functioning at the moment. I have only just woken up. But knowing that it happens to so many people can either be a comfort, or it can be a, oh, don't give me that shit statistic. So yeah, just know that you're not alone. That's what I would like to say to you, anybody going through that. So there we go. Anybody want me to rap? Lift the mood a little. Okay, couple of what brings you joy at the moment? Playing games with my friends, going out for a lovely WALK with Toby. We're not at the moment because it's very, very hot. Eating good food with Chris, like making like nice food. Trying new things, like going out there and doing new stuff. Like there's a virtual reality bar that I really want to go to, like gaming bars and stuff, and we did axe throwing on the hen do. Just trying new things. I love trying new things. That brings me joy. And also the theatre. My favourite self-care go-to, probably a face mask, because it's easy, isn't it? Sometimes I feel like we think that our entire lives will be made better with a little face mask. So that's the thing. I do love a face mask though, it makes me very happy. I'm washing my hair. I am going in to get my hair done. Not next week, so I couldn't get in. The week after, because it really needs, oh my goodness me, it really needs doing. Like, look, can we just have a moment for this graduation of colour? It's stunning. Helen is a magician. However, the blonde needs coming up. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I think I might go more balayage. So like have some of the brown brought down there, but some of the blonde brought back up so it's a bit more even. Keep the length, like go for a longer bob and just hope for the best. So yeah, nobody asked about my hair, just thought I'd say it because it is looking shit. I keep looking in the viewfinder because my battery is about to go. I'm going to change my battery, so if things go skew-if, that's why. Okay, thanks. I've been talking for 20 minutes already. We've only got through one page. Oh my God. This is why I don't do these videos anymore.